late Hajan Pogo. 9 months, finally got a hat. Three. Let's go. One year. As fatty. You mean so much to me, Arjan and Chat Has. Late Pogo. Let's go. From the river to the sea has buff, Palestinian territories. From the river to the sea has buff, Palestinian territories. Alien PLS. Jesus Christ, I can't believe it's actually been 9 months. Where has the time gone? What is the meaning of life? How does one reconcile with his own mortality? Sag. Help, I forgot how to unsub. As buff. number go up. Hey IOU chat. R.I.P. Kantara Mura Berserk forever. Subscribe to Fear and Mauling on YouTube to get the podcast without horrible ambulance siren ads. Rate 5/5 podcast. 5/5 heart attack while driving to work. Chat, I have my math final today. Wish me luck, please, Peepo Shy. Free Palestine. Oh wow, it's been 9 months for me. Hi. "17 months, baby, let's go Lula 2022. "6 months of getting politics shot up straight into my veins. Hassle. Am I a communist yet? Hasanabi Piker. Hasan Piker. 2 yil. You have 2 yil. 2 yil. 2 yil to beat the nameless king. 2 yil. Chat looking extra cute today, Hassle. Happy Annie BB.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon. No matter where you are in the world, I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. Beautiful day out here today. And we are live and alive, folks.
Peepo, hey chat, you look cute today.
And I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a good one, a fantastic day. It is Thursday, May 20th, 2021, 11:58.
Please, Peepo Shy.
11:58 a.m. I'm an hour late to the broadcast, and I apologize. But I had to do it, okay? I had to do it to him. I had to be an hour late. I'm sorry.
And Murat, the kings of Turkey Pogu.
I'm really tired. This has been a crazy week. Lots of meetings, lots of shoots.
14 months, what a right hassle.
Lots of going to houses and stuff. It's fucking killing me a little bit, okay? It's just like, yesterday I had Vice over to just like shoot my process on the behind the scenes, you know?
And creator of the famous manga and anime Berserk. All right.
And today I'm late because I was going and looking at houses with my dad.
6 months, Spog.
Why is this guy still talking about music while you wait, chat? Motherfucker, I'm live. Like, are you unaware? He's like, hey man, hey chat, like he's not live yet, so just like keep go to my Beat Sense playlist, dude.
Three.
Anyway. Like, what do they see?
Jesus Christ, it's been
Do they
10
see the
months.
chat moving
Free
really
Palestine.
fast and they think
Free
to themselves
Palestine.
like, oh, that's really
Free
strange
Palestine.
that there's a lot of
Free
people in the
Palestine.
offline chat?
Free
Like, how does that
Palestine.
work in their minds,
Free
I wonder?
Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Arjan? Pogo?
Anyway, did you see the LeBron game winner yesterday? Of course not. I don't watch basketball, dude. No, I've been watching the what's it called? I've been watching the Halston Netflix show. It's really good.
Hassan lives rent-free in my brain, Saj.
Halston. It has probably the most gay sex I've ever seen. Like straight up. It's like an unexpected amount of butt fucking. Like an unexpected amount. They just straight up, like Ewan McGregor is just taking it up the ass.
Got my
like
initial hormone therapy
a lot.
appointment tomorrow. Let's go.
It's very good. The show is very good. Unrelated to the butt fucking. I describe it as a gay Devils Wear Prada. No. I think it's a lot more compelling than. I think it's a lot more compelling than The Devil Wears Prada. Like there's so much. There is so much character development. It's not even good butt fucking. Is it bad butt fucking? I don't know. I don't know what the distinction is.
Yo.
Even Ewan McGregor is looking so goddamn good at 50 years old. Yeah. Yeah, dude, his character is he just reminds me of Will, dude. Like his character, Ewan McGregor's character in that show is exactly like Will. Like nearly identical to Will. When Will does like a gay character, when he does gay characters, like the way he speaks, the mannerisms, it's like exactly like Will. It's weird. Even the fucking hair, even his hair looks like Will's hair. But I don't mean like I don't mean like his German gay character. He just like he has like an American gay character too. How has the house search been going? Also stay hydrated. All love. House search is all right.
14 months. Wow. Who would have known we would
Wait,
go
Will
into a
isn't
global
gay?
pandemic
No, Will
forcing
is
us
not
to
gay.
quarantine, which would cause me to develop a parasocial attachment to the cutest / hottest / smartest / most based streamer on Twitch. Hassle. Also music lovers stream Lookin. Pee-poo check.
The show I'm talking about is Halston. Kintaro Miura, the author and creator of Berserk, died at the age of 54. His influence on entertainment and video games can't be understated. Soul series took a lot of inspirations from his work. Everyone should pay him respect as one of the best manga artists of all times and the most influential creator of the dark fantasy in modern times. R.I.P. Sensei Miura. Oh no. Does that mean that Berserk will never be finished then? It means that like wasn't he like notorious for taking I mean, I guess it was never going to be finished anyway. I made the music for the Halston trailer, says Megaphonics. Oh, nice. I went to the strip club for the first time last weekend and got a private dance, and we ended up talking about art and politics for like half the time, and both talked about how we watch you. Wait, what? You went to a strip club and you and the lady that you got a dance from talked about watching the Hasanabi broadcast? What the fuck, dude? That's weird, but hey, I respect it.
Almost here, hassle. Changed my whole perspective of the world in just 6 months. Thanks, man, you're the goat.
Apparently he left an outline with the crew he worked with, so there's hope for Berserk.
Monkey flip.
It was theorized it will be completed by one of his apprentices and that he already had the ending mapped out, but it was taking him a long time to draw it. There is still chances. I mean, I don't really like the manga like that, so I don't really care about it like that. But
from Transfrog,
you know, like how does that even come up? Like when you're getting a lap dance, how does it come up where you're just like, yo, I know you're throwing it back right now, but like, what's your favorite political broadcasters? Like, you want to just, like, I'm still thinking about that. Like, how do you just like, yo, you're doing a great job. I'm loving this private dance. Okay. But what I want to know is like, while you're throwing it back, what I want to know is not what that mouth do, but instead
10 months,
what that brain do.
Again. Tomboy Thursday.
I love the way you're dancing. The way you're currently gyrating on my genitals reminds me of how I love the Hasanabi broadcast.
Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. Berserk forever.
Anyway. Looking at houses, apparently many houses in my area right now are being bought in straight cash up front due to demand. And there was even a guy who paid $300K over asking last week. And this is in Texas. Yeah, Los Angeles. $300K over asking is like normal in Los Angeles. Damn, them titties remind me of the Hasanabi broadcast, dude. Anyway. We're gonna get to the news already because that's pretty much it. Like this incredible this very fucking slammed week for me is finally coming to a close, luckily. So I am a little bit excited about the prospect of just like having a normal one after, like having a normal week next week. You know, I gotta go back to the gym and shit. Like I'm kind of upset that I haven't been able to work out. So that's what I'm excited by. You know, the weekend is here, baby. Let's go. So get fucking stoked on that, boys. I mean, come on. The weekend is right around the corner.
Starts tomorrow.
Weather's actually pretty poggers right now in Los Angeles. I don't know about you guys. It's just like good out here, you know? I'm feeling decent. Vice is not back. No, can't wait to go to brunch. Nah. Dude, when will I have brunch? You know brunch means breakfast and lunch, right? So when would I get to have a breakfast and lunch experience? Just think about that for a second. Like I stream 7 days a fucking week and I'm literally live from 11 a.m. Pacific onwards. What I'm excited about, by the way, personal news, last bit of personal news before I tweet out that I'm live. What I'm actually excited about is Mario Space Odyssey 2001, a Mario Italian Space Odyssey. I was playing it yesterday and she was really good. I really enjoyed it. So that's gonna be fun. That is gonna be a fun thing to get back to a little bit later today. WikiLeaks publishing classified U.S. cable with the idea of using Gazans as human shield.
Into a frog since the election. Hassle.
Looking very petite and very fertile today, Hassan. What does that mean? What the fuck? Quick early stream meme.
A good one.
Libertarian guys with Asian wives. Yeah, libertarians wish they were that jacked, but yeah, that's a great meme. I just want everybody to admit that I'm fucking the greatest Mario Space Odyssey speedrunner on this
Hello,
platform.
Chat, hello, Hassan.
Like, fuck off Misgift, fuck off Ludwig, you know. Who Omega Lol is Clint. I mean, does he even stream? I think he needs to be able to stream to be considered a streamer. So I guess like he's already eliminated. Small Ant, you can catch these hands. You can catch these big hands. You know what I'm saying? Who else?
Good morning, Hassan.
Who else can I fucking wreck, dude? Who else is out there? Donkey is already like a doo-doo water, you know? Donkey, you're acting kind of funky, you know? Bro, I watched you play yesterday. All I saw was you dying, LMAO. Trihex, obviously, how could I forget Trihex? Nah, Trihex is still... He's better than me. I'll admit Trihex is the only one who I will concede to.
Pogo, Doki Doki Literature Club win Pogo.
Look at Mario Odyssey speedruns. It's literally insane. You're fucking ass at the game, but you keep getting lucky, lol. I think that's copium, my friend. It honestly feels like you're just... Oh, you just keep getting lucky, bro. I'm not a hater. Oh, God. Oh. Anyway, let's fucking blast off, boys. Let's tweet out that I am live. I'm gonna finish this week. I'm gonna finish out this week, boys. This is happening, okay? Daycare is open. After 11 days of bombing
11 months
in Gaza, the U.S. blocks a fourth ceasefire attempt by the UN Tech Council, or just by the UN. But no worries. Biden gave a stern talking to Bibi. Just kidding. We have blood on our hands. Get in now. www.twitch.tv/Hasanabi.
About 2 weeks ago I couldn't tell you anything about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Thanks for catching me up to speed on things.
Why is Cybertruck trending? Ford F-150 lighting versus Tesla Cybertruck.
Palestine made and put up by other students.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck 100. I think the F-150 electric truck looks pretty good. And its price point is like right there with the Tesla one. The F-150 electric truck does actually look good.
It's free Palestine always and forever, baby. Let's go.
It actually looks not like dog shit. So... My dad literally put a magnet up to where I got my vaccine to see if I got chipped.
Stand for this devil wears Prada slender.
That's great. Please watch this. Let's laugh a bit, says Amru.
Thanks for all the work you do. Here are some Bezos bucks for your labor.
What is this? No, I'm not gonna show that. The stats of the truck are insane. They are both too expensive for normal people. Yeah, it's 40 grand. It's a lot of money for a fucking... It's a lot of money. 40 grand is a lot of money for a base truck. Like, what's the regular F-150 price?
R.I.P. Kentaro.
Let's see. The regular F-150 base price is $28,000. Like, it starts off at The 2021 Ford F-150 starts off at 28 grand.
1 month streak.
Whereas the fucking electric one is like 39. That's crazy. It is definitely a crazy fucking price for a base model. Cars in general are too expensive for the regular folks. Not if you get a fucking secondhand vehicle, baby. What do you mean? It's 40K before tax incentives, 30K in CA, and 33K in every other state for the electric one.
Smiley face. Smiley face. Not as notorious as Hunter X Hunter author.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit before we get to Israel-Palestine. Actually, what we're going to talk about today a little bit is the fucking January 6th commission that's being formed, because like there's some spice there, boys. There's some fucking weird spice there. And what I mean by that is like, I don't really give a shit at this point. We're so far removed.
But following for
and also, I'm going to be honest with you, like, this is still, you know, theatrical posturing, partisan posturing for the most part, even though it shouldn't. But of course it's going to be. And it's of course going to be held up by the Republican Party, who originally were like, oh, this is unacceptable what Donald Trump is doing. And then like now that we're, you know, months removed from the Trump presidency, like it's fucking done. Now that we're months removed from the Trump presidency, like they're just like, oh, come on, this is crazy. Why don't we do Antifa violence?
Free Palestine brothers.
So here is Senator John Thune on tape
could be
giving the game away on the January 6th commission.
Politically, and drug into next year. Anything that gets us rehashing the 2020 election, I think, is a day lost on being able to draw a contrast between us and the Democrats' very radical left-wing agenda. Could be weaponized.
Yeah. They don't even want to talk about it because it's like they don't want to remind people that that happened and that Republicans look kind of bad. So, you know, there's out of the defenses of the January 6th insurrection, some of my favorites include "It wasn't that bad." Who said that? One of the people. Who was it? Largely peaceful.
7 months.
Ron Johnson, I think it was. Ron Johnson says, and this is incredible. Ron Johnson of Wisconsin suggested on Wednesday that the attack on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th was not an insurrection, but a largely peaceful protest. Probably one of the best ones I've seen.
The fact of the matter is, even calling it an insurrection, it wasn't. You know, I condemn the breach, I condemn the violence, but to say there were thousands of armed insurrectionists, you know, breaching the Capitol, intent on overthrowing the government, is just simply false narrative.
What does that do to your blood pressure?
Well, I've vented.
I love that take, dude. I mean, I love it. It's like 5 people died, but it was a largely peaceful death of 5 people. Like, why are you making a big deal out of this insurrection thing, dude? Oh, shit. As we are talking, apparently 4 minutes ago, breaking fucking news, Israeli media, the Israeli Security Cabinet has approved the ceasefire to end the 11-day military offensive in the Gaza Strip. Holy shit, that's actually huge fucking news. I mean, that we'll see what happens. That's kind of wild. That's good news regardless. But I still worry. I still worry that we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean,
viewer purchases of private debts. Instantly regret citing.
At this point, I don't know what to fucking trust from the Israeli government, boys. I'm sorry. Like, hey, Central Committee, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream.
10 months, comrade.
But here's another politician that kind of looks like Mike, actually. Not as much as de Blasio, though. As I was saying,
really, but high 3.
all right, we'll get to the peace talks, or the ceasefire in a second. But let me continue on the insurrection
last night,
coverage.
so I feel a little bit better, but it's just this is. I mean, it's ridiculous. These guys are getting all wrapped around the axle. They're twisted up in knots trying to figure out how to spin this thing. Look, this is not about spinning. And look, I think we're at a real crossroads in this country. People are tired of the old way, the old politics, that kind of stuff that you just heard that nobody believes that. I mean, come on, like the breach. I mean, it's insane. I mean, over 100 Capitol police officers got hurt. The trauma here among the rank and file.
Yeah, see, this is the stuff like, I'm sorry, boys, I can't get myself to it's important and it's really hypocritical and it's wild that it happened, but right now, I can't fucking get myself to
Periscope it, Hassan.
I can't get myself to be like, it's fucking, this is the first and foremost, most significant thing
Thank you, Hassan,
we got to
for
talk
keeping me
about
safe
right
throughout
now.
high school,
So
and thanks, chat, for
it's
being
still
awesome.
pretty funny, though, that
Hassle.
they're just like applying some of the most insane. Don't know what will happen here, but anyway, here it is. Let's move on to the situation in Gaza.
If Hassan is
11 days of bombing has occurred
chat. Thanks for being
in
wonderful,
the Gaza Strip, which is the world's largest open air prison, with more than 2 million Palestinians living under Israeli sovereignty. Israel has been bombing the absolute living shit out of the Gaza Strip for 11 days straight. The only neurosurgeon in the Strip was murdered by Israeli bombs. A couple days back, they blew up the only famous bookstore in the Gaza Strip, the library/bookstore. I don't know if the ceasefire is official or not, but it seems like, they have lied before. The Political Security Cabinet has approved a ceasefire in Gaza, from what I understand. The ceasefire date has not been set yet. The cabinet has, in principle, authorized the Prime Minister and the Minister of Defense to determine the date of commencement of the ceasefire in accordance with contacts within the Egyptian government.
Boy, mate, swaggerty good time in it.
This is just a ceasefire approval. It's not necessarily an end time for the
Holy 7 months. Pog. Love you, Hassie.
Yo, shut your fucking mouth, bitch. The ceasefire is trash. They shot at us like 5,000 rockets. If we wouldn't have the Iron Dome, we all would be dead. And they even started it, bitch. Hasanabi, so dumb. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who is barely a man who says, go Trump. You look like a monkey, you idiot liberal. Fuck you. Biden is like an old lady, almost like you. Biden is like an old lady, almost like you, and he is dumber than a donkey. Here you have someone who is bloodthirsty and wants to do full genocide and not the half-assed genocide that has been going on, which has killed more than 230 Palestinians, 65 children, 34 women. That's not enough, though. They want to murder all of the Palestinians. All of the Palestinians deserve death in this person's eyes. So he's, of course, not excited about the ceasefire. So very cool. The slow evolution of that guy's... What was the mod comment? I don't know what the mod comment was. But yeah, the day before the November, notice the day that fucking moron said go Trump. It was the day before the election. He took some time off.
Hassle.
It's a one-sided ceasefire from the Israel side. It doesn't matter. Israel controls the as the authorities on the Palestinian side, the Hamas authorities have stated, literally in the morning after the first night of bombing, that A ceasefire can only be achieved if Israel decides to do a ceasefire.
Pog.
So ceasefire from 2 once Egypt sends the message over to Hamas according to channel 12. Bitches. Yeah, this is this is good news, as good as news can be for the Palestinians. As good as news can be for the Palestinians living under this horrific occupation. Under no circumstances should a ceasefire be reached with Hamas. You have to keep crushing it from the air more and more until it falls to your knees, and even then continue to crush it until it raises a white flag, and even then continue to crush more and more and stop unilaterally just when there is nothing more to crush. Says this dude. I don't know what the fuck. Is this like a I don't know who this dude is. Is he like a politician or something?
Wow, we clap.
I mean, he's just a fascist. So he's just calling for a genocide. Ironic, once again, from a group of least national. This is the least nationalist man in Israel, boys. Guys, this is the least nationalist man in all of Israel, okay? Your average Israeli supporter of the IDF.
It's crazy how you hated platformers and you finally played a good one and you loved it.
Twitter muted Trump for less. I mean, if Twitter is gonna start fucking muting, if Twitter is gonna start muting like prominent Israeli officials, like, you guys not remember in 2018 when Netanyahu's official account was literally tweeting out like straight Nazi shit, where he was basically like the weak die and perish, the strong survive and thrive. You do not do deals with the weak. It's like, we will murder every one of our enemies. Like, yeah. Religious Zionism head of party is his job. Do you think Israel and Palestine will be peach in 10 to 15 years? Yes, it will be peach. It will all be peach.
Thank God for ceasefire.
Yeah, I just, I find it rather strange that your country has formed in the aftermath of a horrific genocide that your people endured, like your grandparents literally endured. And then so quickly after that, you're just like, oh, never again means like I get a fucking genocide card. Everybody knows this. It's a punch card. Like, if you've been subjected to pogroms throughout history, like after the 10th one, you get to do one for free. And I'm just, I'm just using my fucking extreme rewards, dude. My extreme genocide rewards, boys. It's how it works. It's like he's got fucking frequent traveler miles or some shit to do genocide. Yeah. He lives on an illegal settlement. I mean, yeah.
5 months poggers.
Okay, look at this psychopathic Zionist take. Sorry. That video is so great and so true, dude. The average Turkish cat is weak. Needs to be cleaned by weak hands. So weak. Everyone's laughing at the weak Turkish cat. Whereas the average Armenian cat loves the breakdance.
Free Palestine.
Palestine. Israel is killing children. Why there aren't kids there?
They live there. I mean, the average age in Gaza is like 18.
His capital.
There's a lot of kids there. And it was just yesterday that 11 children were murdered in an ICU.
Dude, that's how is this a video, bro? How do you put this out? You're like, what are the kids doing in the fucking under rocket fire? Like, what a psychotic, like, you didn't even try, dude.
Porgies thanks Arjan for
like, you didn't even try. You were just like, sort of fuck it. Today, I woke up and I decided not even to fucking try.
Free Palestine. Israel is killing children. Why there aren't kids there?
They live there. I mean, the average age in Gaza is like 18. There's a lot of kids there. And it was just yesterday that 11 children were murdered in an ICU by Israeli rockets. Which
they weren't, no, it wasn't even an ICU. They weren't they getting treatment for their PTSD from previous fucking bombings? It was like 11 kids that were being treated for PTSD that they got from withstanding fucking Israeli bombings, and then they died.
Which isn't exactly a military target like that person was trying to say. And even if it wasn't kids, it probably is our duty to stand against ethnic cleansing and genocide enacted on adults as well.
New phone, who dis?
So, what I would say is stand against settler colonialism and ethnic cleansing and genocide. Stand with the oppressed across the world. Stand with Palestine.
Guys, stop saying he's Irish. He's Scottish, right?
And be cool.
You should see some of the shit
like
Netanyahu Bibi's son posts on Instagram. Insane.
He's Scottish. He's not Irish. He's Scottish. Aye. But
Israel is disgraceful, has showed the world what the Israeli state represents and is all about.
To be honest, like the Scotsman and the Irishman have come out in large numbers for this. Like I mean, especially the Irish have historically been, maybe not in the inception as some chatters will point out because they're fucking annoying history nerds, but they've historically been favorable to the Palestinian cause and have spoken out against it. They have personal experience with a colonizing force that oppresses them in their own streets, especially the Irish. So, you know, that's definitely something that the Irish have historically been pretty fucking woke on.
73 years ago, Mr. Speaker, the weekend past, the Nakba was commemorated by Palestinians. They refer to it as the catastrophe. It was the founding of the Israeli state. This is a state that was built on settler colonialism, a state that was built on ethnic cleansing, a state that was built on forced displacement and violence, to name but a few of its issues. And now it is practicing apartheid. Israel is an apartheid state. It's not just a bad state or a state doing bad things. It's an apartheid state. That's not just a view of this MLA or my party. Desmond Tutu, Human Rights Watch, B'Tselem, and many, many, many more organisations have declared that. There's been an attempt by some opposite today, the mainstream media, and many, many more to two sides this debate. Let's be clear, this isn't
there's no two sides to this
equal battle. Homemade rockets are no match for F-16 jet fighters. Israelis can go seek shelter, but Palestinians have absolutely nowhere to hide. Israeli settlers have the best infrastructure in the region. They have a nuclear state as well. Palestinians are subjected to absolute poverty, misery as a result of what Israel is doing. And Mr. Speaker, I think it is quite shameful as well that the member for North Belfast tries to insinuate, as he has done before, that Palestinian protests in Belfast have led to an increase in anti-Semitic attacks. It's deplorable, it's inaccurate, and it's very, very dangerous, and he's no evidence of it whatsoever. People across the world, Muslim, Jewish people, Christian people, secular people, and many, many, many others are standing against Israel because it is an occupier, it's an aggressor, and it's an apartheid state. And that's why so many are angry, because of what Israel is doing. And to the members opposite who have...
Shocked to find out that someone from Belfast had a take.
Express some full concern about Hamas and its road towards the oppression of Palestinians. Open your eyes. Look at the slaughter being carried out by Israel. Look at the occupation. Look at the checkpoints. Open your eyes.
To the unionists, I have to say, why don't you unionize with some bitches?
So I say solidarity to the Palestinians. In our
How about you unite with some bitches?
Thousands, in our millions, we're all Palestinians. And
How about you stay?
Intifada.
How about you stay loyal, not to the Queen, but instead to some bitches?
Israeli ambassador from Ireland.
Sorry. Listen, dude. If I'm gonna show some, Irish motherfuckers on here, I have to do it. Dude, you loved your accent on the video you made about the Cousin app in Iceland. Oh, the Cousin. I have to do it, dude. I have to do it. You guys are literally, maybe don't. You guys are literally oppressing me, okay? You are straight up oppressing me if you do not let me fucking do an Irish accent. You are colonizing my space. Kind of racist, but it's cool. Shut the fuck up. My man said kind of racist, dude. Yeah, listen, I will not stand for patophobia. I will do Irish accents. I mean Australian accents, sorry, all day, every day, okay? He wasn't Scottish, chat. Yeah, good luck getting Americans to recognize the intricacies or the differences between Scottish and Irish dialect. Except there's also like, even within Ireland, different regions have incredibly different dialects, some of which does unironically sound a bit Scottish. Okay? So... POC people of Clover. Are you going to get a haircut soon, or are we going to keep pretending it's not distractingly bad? I want to grow my fucking hair. I want to grow my fucking hair. All right? You've got a problem with that. And you take it up with your mother. I could potentially do a man bun right now. I tried it last night. I can do a man bun. It's long enough for a man bun. It's absolute dog shit though. Look at that. I'm looking like a samurai. Suppressing your right to speak an Irish Scottish accent is Pat Erasure.
At least the accents are okay.
Woo! Okay. Let's see what Dan Bongino and Geraldo had to say. Geraldo's like, I'm a fucking Zionist, but this is unacceptable. And Fox News is doing that thing where they're just like, no, you're crazy. You have to say you're a Zionist, and then you also have to say Palestinian babies deserved it. Like, I like that the Fox News coverage of Israel-Palestine has to literally revolve around like, no, you have to justify the murdering of babies. Like, there's no other way. If you don't do that, then you're a fucking piece of shit. Yes, the Israeli cabinet approved the ceasefire. I know. We are talking about that. We're getting to it in a second.
And outrageous to me that in all the discussions of what's happening in Israel, the fact that Palestinians are being killed at the rate of 15 or 20 times the death toll among the Israelis, including children, is absolutely...
Geraldo?
65 kids have been murdered by the Israeli occupation. 65. 12 people have been killed within Israeli borders. Okay? 12 people. 65 fucking kids. This is not war. This is a massacre. And that is just in the last 11 days. This is just this iteration of Israel's violent retaliation and violent actions against the Palestinians over which they have sovereignty over. Bibi has officially announced the ceasefire. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has announced the ceasefire in the Gaza operation. Let's see where this goes. Okay,
Geraldo, let me stop you.
It is abhorrent to me. The Palestinians are digging themselves out from under the collapse of their buildings.
How about the terrorist organization Hamas stop firing those rockets from hospitals and schools and densely populated areas? Because they're the ones that fired first. If American City got hurt, it would be all America, all hands on deck. And if innocent people die...
I mean, that's not exactly a good defense. We are like the world's most bloodthirsty freak genociders, okay? Like, just because we operate like fucking Nazis do doesn't mean that, like, that's a metric that we should apply to every instance. Oh, dude, we would fucking literally murder every baby in the region if, like, an American city was harmed. Is not necessarily... is not necessarily an argument that you can make about what the morally right thing to do or the morally correct action to take is in this circumstance. I'm just saying, like, you're only self-reporting that you would literally do more war crimes than what Israel is currently engaging in. And that's psychopathic. Like, that is just, you're a fucking sick freak. You are disgusting to me. I don't know. When you say shit like this, you are a disgusting person. What would you do if it was your fucking city that was being bombed? It's like, well, I don't know. I would probably not want to fucking occupy a territory and, displace people and engage in ethnic displacement and then create bombing campaigns.
Let's go, boys.
What is this? Seems kind of... Oh, the Israel Security Cabinet approves Gaza ceasefire. Hamas officials have also expressed support for a potential ceasefire after 11 days of fighting, but it's unclear what the terms of the deal will be or when it will go into effect. Israel refuses to discuss any agreement that would link the Gaza conflict to Jerusalem. Sources familiar with the talks tell Axios. Oh, yeah, no, it just happened randomly, I guess. Anyway, let's
you blame the people that started the war.
There are dozens of Palestinian children dead. There are dozens of Palestinian children dead.
65, motherfucker. Not even dozens, okay? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that, dude? It's the children's. They should have not been in the region. They should have just stepped away from the rocket fire. I can't believe this, dude. When Geraldo Rivera is the fucking mustachioed dipshit making the best arguments on the panel, throw the entire channel away. Throw the entire network away, dude. Don't just throw the show away. Just put the fucking network in the trash where it belongs. Oh my God, dude. Like, this guy is the sane one on the panel. Like that's so bad. Like, I've been saying this for a couple weeks now. I mean, since the fucking bombing campaign started, since this iteration of the genocide got to the point it was at, where it's like, it feels like Republicans are not happy with Democrats and the way that they have literally stopped ceasefire agreements from occurring only to give Israel more time to keep murdering fucking babies within Gazan walls, okay, that they have locked these babies into. They locked these fucking children into. Like straight up, and then secured a massive weapons deal to the tune of nearly $1 billion. And Republicans are still like, nah, fam, it's not enough. Like, what do you want, Sean Hannity? Sean Hannity's like, unless you're literally fucking choking a Palestinian child with your bare hands, don't talk to me about how much you love Israel. Like, it's fucking nuts. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Is that?
Whose fault is that? Ammunition provided to Israel by the United States without even a demand for a ceasefire. I demand a ceasefire. I demand that
Israel win the war. Israel needs to win the war against terrorism.
By what? Killing
and terrorists that are firing rockets at their people. Dan Bongino.
Let's kill all these children.
Dan.
Geraldo, you do this every time. This is such garbage, and I'm really getting sick of it. You play this emotional game with the audience and use your position of responsibility to put out misinformation and BS. You did it on the police thing.
Address the issue. Do you have the guts to address the issue and not address?
Whenever people say you're making an emotional argument, first of all, literally, you think it's not an emotional argument to be like, actually, Israel needs to fucking end these bloodthirsty Palestinians who all want to fucking ethnically cleanse Israel or whatever the fuck. That's an emotional argument, okay? Straight up. It's not a logical argument. But whenever these reactionaries say you're making an emotional argument, what they're saying is like, can you please, for a brief moment, shut off that part of your brain that you're supposed to have if you are like, if you have a fully functioning synapses and your brain is like a normal human being brain and not a fucking sociopath. Can you please shut that part off that values human life for a second so I can try to make an argument about why ethnic cleansing is justifiable? That's all this conversation is, okay? I don't like the argument that you're making because it's actually hurting my position here because it's making it really hard to defend ethnic cleansing. So please stop making it hard for me to defend ethnic cleansing. Let's not even talk about the actual fucking human toll. Let's not talk about the casualties. Let's not talk about the fucking kids that are being murdered. Let's not talk about the infrastructure that is reduced to rubble all around Gaza, ruining people's lives. Let's not talk about the fact that 75% of Gazans are fucking unemployed, no future whatsoever. Families are being brutally murdered by the occupying, bloodthirsty Israeli regime with no end in sight. Let's just simply say, Israel good, Palestine bad. It's crazy. It's psychotic.